Hello, citizens of the Nigelverse. It is Nigel here once again, and this is going to be another wrestling review. I told you I was going to do at least one more before the year was over, and why not on the last day of the year, in the last video of the year, do one more review before we say goodbye and sayonara to 2025. Now, this is a very iconic WrestleMania match, a very brutal WrestleMania match. One of the earliest reviews as well that I did, which is I feel like I've said quite a bit for all the other ones, but especially this one. So why not go back and relive the night that one legend was solidified and one was born entirely? In a sense, I'm of course talking about Edge versus Mick Foley in the hardcore match at WrestleMania 22. Now, of course, as always, I'm not professional wrestling reviewer, analyst, or anything like that. Just a man who enjoys a good time, and I had a very fantastic time going back and rewatching this match. Truth be told, even though I watched it again for the purpose of this review here, this is a match I could watch 100 times, as I'm sure is the case for a lot of different people. And Mick Foley might not be on the best terms with WWE anymore, but uh, it goes without saying this is probably one of his best performances, which is saying a lot for Mick Foley in his legendary career. But especially this, same with Edge in a way. This is the match that Edge himself has said really made him a bona fide main eventer. Or well, for a lot of people, they feel like this is one of Mick Foley's crowning achievements as well. And Mick Foley proving once again, and the thing that a lot of people have been saying about him for years, that he helps make stars. As he did it for Triple H, he did it for The Rock, he did it for Randy Orton, and now he's done it for Edge in this match. But does it still hold up? Not just almost 20 years after it first happened, but also about 3 years after I first reviewed it. Let's find out. The answer is obviously yes, but we're going to take a look at it anyway. Now, if you've seen these reviews of mine before, you kind of already know how this works. If you haven't, I'm going to be talking about what I liked and disliked about the match. Something I do need to address, though, calamity almost struck when it came to reviewing this match. There was the news that WWE would begin moving its library off of Peacock uh, now that the deal is coming to an end. They still have at least a year on the deal, but I guess they wanted to get out of Dodge early. So because of that, a lot of the WWE library, as of today, is officially gone from Peacock. Now, I had seen some people who noticing like the clock or like the day saying when it be removed. I didn't see it on my end of the Peacock app. It wasn't until I logged in today to go and watch this match review that I saw A, I saw a lot of stuff already missing, and B, I saw some like the clocks and everything, some stuff leaving in 12 hours, some leaving in 9 hours, stuff like that. And that's when I was like, oh, okay. Hey, but thankfully I lucked out because this match happened to be one of the 50 greatest WrestleMania matches, however, I think it might have been 40. But WWE did a countdown earlier this year of the best WrestleMania matches and put them up in its entirety in full. So that's matches such as Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker or TLC 2 at WrestleMania 17 or slash X7. But this was also one of their matches that they included because it makes a lot of sense. This probably is one of the greatest WrestleMania matches ever, and so because of that, I was able to watch this match in full. And they didn't cut anything out. They didn't cut out any of the blood. They didn't cut out any of the chair shots. Didn't show the still because that's what happens sometimes. Because now shots to the head are a big no-no. Which I know some people miss it. Some people complain about it. I, but it does make sense to an extent, and so what would happen is you would see like the freeze frame, like they start with the chair, then you hear the sound effect, and then magically the chair or whatever they were using would be on the other side, having completed the motion without them actually showing the impact. But nope, they left everything in this time around. All the physicality, all the brutality, and most importantly, all the blood is there. It's going to be kind of tricky to come up with a thumbnail for this video that doesn't show absolute blood. I remember I showed like the flaming table spot in my original, which oh, excuse me, which as is customary with the other reviews, I will still leave up if you want to check that out. But this is kind of just giving it a new, fresh coat of paint and new, fresh perspective. Now that I've watched it some years later, but yeah, so up uncut, unfiltered, was it on YouTube? So I was able to look out, and I'm glad YouTube also didn't remove it. Although I imagine WWE probably has some more leeway as opposed to a more independent channel, which is very unfortunately telling. But we're not gonna look the gift horse in the mouth. But you may be asking, how did we get here? Well, the road's a little tricky. So, earlier in the year, Edge was WWE champion, and he had beat John Cena for it. It's at New Year's Revolution. He cashed in, and after the Elimination Chamber match, he won the WWE Championship. He fulfilled his high school yearbook, most likely become WWE champion. And now, somebody please verify: is that real, or is that for the purpose of storyline? I know because I tried looking it up. I don't think I was able to find a concrete answer. Or is that for real? Was that actually a yearbook? Was that actually a yearbook category, or was that made up for the purpose of the story? If someone could please let me know in the comments, that'd be very much appreciated, and it'd be a lot more appreciated if I could stop hitting my mic. Hey, that'll probably be one of my goals for the new year: stop hitting my mic so much. But nevertheless, so Edge. At this point, Edge, and Cena had been training it back and forth. Or actually, this is before they really started training it back and forth. At the Rumble, Cena beat Edge for the championship. Edge's reign lasted less than a month but then, and on the February 16th episode of Raw, Mick Foley was a special guest referee in a match between Edge and Cena for the championship. And Edge lost, so Edge blamed Mick Foley for the loss. And had been going back and forth, had been calling him kind of old, kind of a has-been, kind of similar to Randy Orton's element. And so Mick Foley was going to handle that inner psychopath once again. He's a cuddly teddy bear, but he's a violent teddy bear. His Mrs. Foley's baby boy, jolly old Saint Mick. He's channeling that for his WrestleMania match here, and even the attires that they come out with, not in their traditional, in quotes, gear. Edge coming out with more traditional, like actual pants instead of the tights, and Mick Foley coming out with a dark flannel instead of his normal red flannel, although he does have the red flannel underneath. And and that is also what I like. So I guess we're getting into like likes and dislikes. Another thing that I liked is the commentary team, that being Joey Styles and Jerry the King Lawler. Joey Styles losing what he calls his WrestleMania virginity. His words, not mine. And in calling this match, and I think it was a very good call. Oh, no pun intended. To have Joey Styles be on commentary for this match, given his ECW hardcore background. And so I think that was a very good choice. Plus, he and Jerry Lawler had been paired up before to this point. Joey Styles had his stint on Raw before he left and kind of cut his like work shoot promo. Upon leaving, I think this was before he came back at ECW One Night Stand 2005. I've aka the ECW reunion show. But nevertheless, they are on the call here for this match, and this match is just as fun and chaotic as you as you would expect if you were watching at the time, but also it's also as fun and chaotic looking back at several years later. It's just as fun and chaotic as you remember. There is a lot of weapon spots and there is a lot of blood. If you are, and I've said it before, I'll say it again here on the channel, it applies to this match. If you are looking for a technical masterpiece, you are not going to find it here. There is a lot of weapons, a lot of plunder. They bring out the cookie sheet. Edge comes to the ring with a baseball bat, and Mick Foley busts out Barb. Edge is cut open after he spears Mick Foley in the flannel, in like the midsection, and Mick Foley takes off his black flannel to reveal the traditional red flannel, but also he wrapped himself in barbed wire. Or and so Edge is busted open. Mick Foley's eventually busted open, and just hitting each other with pretty much everything that isn't nailed down. They go on the outside, they fight around the inside, and then of course the ultimate moment. Mick Foley busts. I think it was Edge actually who first busts out the lighter fluid. Mick Foley takes it from him, manages to take it from him, starts dousing the table in the lighter fluid. Lita, who is there at that point, attacks Mick. It finishes putting the lighter fluid on there, sets the table on fire, and then Edge spears Mick Foley through the flaming table. Probably one of the most replayed moments in, excuse me, in pro wrestling history, and in WWE history, and even in WrestleMania history. He he and it's probably one of the like craziest, most iconic moments. And there's a reason why whenever you see like the compilations on YouTube, like top 10 most hardcore moments, top 10 OMG moments. Even I remember they had like the OMG craziest moments. I think it was on DVD, but I remember they also had it on Netflix. This was on the early days of Netflix, and I watched that. And yes, this moment did make the compilation. I gotta see if I can find that somewhere. It's got to be somewhere either on YouTube or they might not have removed it from Peacock yet. But but it's yeah. So Edge spears Mick Foley through the table. Absolutely insane, crazy moment. Edge like absolutely like shaking and convulsing afterward. But does get the pin and I gets the win over Mick Foley. So just absolutely insane that they would both take that risk to go through the table like that, and also apparently I just saw it. Yeah, yeah, apparently they were going to put anti-flame material, at least according to the wiki here, it says they were going to put anti-flame material on the table, but they decided not to. Who at both wrestlers' request, both wrestlers said, nope, no way. And in a way, for their safety, I get why they would want to do that for their safety, put anti-flame equipment on the table for their own safety, especially because Edge does suffer second-degree burns from this. But I also, for the spectacle and for the absolute amount of like bravery he shown from both men, it's understandable why they didn't do that. But yeah, just absolutely insane moment, and really no amount of talk for this match really does it justice. It's on YouTube. Go search up this match. It is just as awesome as you remember. It's just It's just as chaotic as you remember. It's just as bloody as you remember. Or fan fantastic match is this one. On Edge looks like an absolute psychopath. He really is established as like an absolute main eventer. He looks like an absolute star, a rated R superstar, if you will. He'll to absolutely he put Mick through what he went through and to go through what went through himself, and Mick gets his WrestleMania moment. So really, both men are able to benefit from this. Too bad it would be undone some months later when Mick Foley would turn heel and align himself with Edge, but that's for a different time. If I had to find something to nitpick about this match, a little too much Lita. I get why she's there, and in a way, she helps contribute to the flaming table spot. But a little too much Lita interference for my liking. It did get a little annoying and a little egregious at times. Now, how it's no disqualification. It's not like I can just kick her out, but I think yeah, a little too much Lita interference for my liking. But yeah, that is going to do it for this review. I am so glad I was able to go back and watch this match. It was awesome to rewatch, and now and even more awesome to go and review here for the channel. But that, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this review. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor: like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, turn on those post notifications so you know every time I upload a video so you never miss an upload. And let me know in the comment section below what is your thoughts on this match and my review of it. Excuse me, did you like the match? Did you like my review of it? Let me know. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Peace. Also, because it is New Year's, I forgot I wanted to do this. Because it is New Year's Eve, I know a lot of you are going to be out celebrating, out partying, so I do want to give this really quick PSA. Hey, because, as you know, I kind of have to. I care about you guys. I want you guys to be safe. If you're going to be partying, if you're going to be drinking, please do it responsibly. Please have a designated driver. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I don't want to see any DUIs. I don't want to see anybody coming up dead. Please be safe and enjoy yourselves. Have a good time, of course, if you're going out, whatever your plans are for New Year's. But please do it responsibly. Have a good time, of course, but please be responsible, of course. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. Happy New Year here, and because the nature of this match, have a nice day. Bang bang.